Hey guys, welcome back. We'll be playing today my Red Blue Ping deck versus Green Blue Wing Gundam during my locals today. Draw my resource and draw my card for the turn, and then I am going to pass since I have nothing else. Alright, so now we're back on my turn. I'm gonna go ahead and draw my resource and draw my card. I'll go ahead and play one resource and play my Jin. And then I pass my turn. Alright, so now I'm gonna go ahead and draw my resource for the turn and draw my card. Go ahead and pay 2 resources, and then I play Razel, which is a 4/3, which is matching what my opponent did. And I went ahead and hit the base for 1 damage. I went ahead and passed the turn, my opponent resources. At this point, I'm expecting my opponent to probably take out my unit if he wants to maintain tempo. My opponent plays a Nashka that deals the 1 damage to my Jin. He plays another one that ends up taking out my Jin because I have 2 damage now. His board state's actually looking pretty good. He's actually ahead of me right now. And then he swings into my base, destroying the base, leaving my shields wide open. My turn, I'm going to go ahead and resource for the turn and draw my card. Hey guys, if you're liking what you're seeing, do me a big favor, hit that subscribe button and drop a comment. I would love to hear what your thoughts of Gundam right now, or what decks are you enjoying to play. Thanks. I'm going to go ahead and play 3 resources to play my Gundam. I'm going to go ahead and play my base, and I'm going to go ahead and draw one of my shield cards. I need to really protect my base at this point because he has a slightly better board state. I choose not to attack because I don't want to have my units trade at the moment. At this point, my opponent does create his Gundam with his linked pilot, which is now really scary because his board state's extremely powerful. Alright, so my opponent goes ahead and hits the base. Now he goes ahead and hits my shield, and I draw a Burst of Mara, which is extremely helpful to get that card. Hits my shield again, I lose Kshatriya, but then I happen to pull a base, so that's actually extremely helpful. And I end up getting another card to my hand. Okay, first turn I go ahead and resource and draw my card. There's a lot of rested units in the damage on the field right now, so this is going to be very tricky on how I'm going to have to handle this. Go ahead and play my gun tank and deal the 1 damage to his unit. Drawing the base card from my shield was really clutch. I think this is the only way I could have potentially survived that matchup. Alright, we play another gun tank and pop another resource or damage onto it. Spend 2 more resources, and then we're going to use our command event to go ahead and kill him. At this point, I'm trying to just maintain or clear the board as best as I can because I am definitely behind. It's not about going any offense, it's literally just trying to stabilize the board at the moment. So I still have 2 units that I can attack this turn. We have the Razel and then the Grandpa. This was actually the other Grandpa, not the starter deck Grandpa. We did draw that Armor Array, so that's a great way to get it buffed. So we're going to go ahead and put the Armor Array on Grandpa. And actually going to help us buff him up a little bit so he can stay alive a little bit longer. I go ahead and draw a card from the Grandpa's effect. I trade with him, and then I take out another unit with Grandpa and take 4 damage, but luckily I don't die because of my pilot. I'm over Ray. Went ahead and passed my turn. My opponent's going to go ahead and ready up. Right now we're looking good. We ended up wiping out 3 of his units, and we end up leaving 1. We still have a base, so we're looking very, very good. I believe I forgot to repair on my Gundam here. I think I ended up catching it later. Yeah, I ended up realizing that I forgot to repair, so let me get the repair in. I'm still at this point kind of nervous because they only have 1 shield left in the base, so it can get dangerous very quickly. And my opponent starts setting up his board. Okay, he's trying to check how much life Grandpa has left. So he goes and trades in with the Grandpa, which is exactly what I want. I rather have my base there than actually lose the base. It's my turn. I'll go ahead and resource and draw for turn. It's still kind of a scary situation here because I can still potentially die because I literally just have my base and the shield left. So I do have the command card here. I'm thinking about trying to leave that open in case he tries to come in for attack. We'll see what happens. Go ahead and pop the base with the gun tank. We go ahead and hit him with the shields. Okay, and then he prevents the damage for that battle. So does nothing to the shield. I think that was a little premature. I think he was still ahead, so I don't think he needed to do that, but that's just my opinion. Still deciding what I want to do at this point. Go ahead and spend 3 resources and play Show Resolve, or I call it Pot of Greed, and draw 2 cards. Drawing the Amuro is actually very, very good. It's going to help me rest some units and potentially trade so I can maintain board state. At this point, I decided to play the 3 resources to play Grandpa. Pass the turn, my opponent go ahead and readies his resources, draws his card and his resource for the turn. Again, we're looking pretty good on my side just because I still have that base up. He's going to have to take at least 1 Link Pilot to take out the base, or 2 units. But he is setting up a nice board at the moment, so that's always scary. Alright, he swings in and takes out my gun tank. He takes 1 damage in return. Goes ahead and takes out my other gun tank. Again, his board state's looking very scary right now. Passes his turn. I'll go ahead and ready up my resources, draw my resource for the turn, and draw my card. I do got Miranda, perfect for the Kshatriya link pair, but I do not have a Kshatriya in hand. So that is a little tough part right there. The player tells me he forgot to repair, so I let him repair. Repair is not may. I think it must happen, so you should just always let them do it. In a competitive environment, always call a judge if you're never sure. This is a very relaxed locals, so I don't mind if people make mistakes, because I even make mistakes. Right now, again, because this board state's so much better, we really want to focus on killing his units. Right, so I'm just going ahead and looking through my graveyard to see what I've played, because I was looking for a Kshatriya. I know there's one in there, so that at least tells me there's 3. Alright, so I'll go ahead and play my 1 resource and attach Amore onto Grandpa. Allows me to exhaust when I pilot. Amore allows me to exhaust a unit that costs 5 or less. So I went ahead and taking that out because I definitely want to kill it because it has breach. Still debating what to do. Okay, so right now I'm thinking about playing the Unicorn Gundam and piloting it with Miranda or Merida so that I can get the link pair and immediately attacked. Just debating on figuring out what I need to do. So I went ahead and swing Grandpa and take out his unit. Again, I wanted to take him out because he had breach, and right now I can't have any extra damage going to my base. It's too dangerous right now. So I do have the non-legendary Kshatriya in my hand. I could also pilot there. I think that's what I'm trying to figure out at the moment. I'm not entirely sure what the best play is in this situation because I am playing from behind. Okay, so I do play the Kshatriya. I think at this point I want to go ahead and do the link pilot and then also leave 2 resources up potentially for a command card during the combat phase. I'm not entirely sure yet. All right, we have a link pair now, so we could definitely swing in. I'll go ahead and attack into his unit and kill it, and then do the on attack. Do ahead and do the ping damage. I do take some damage in return. I'm okay with that. I kind of want him to trade into my units if it gets too scary. Okay, went ahead and used 2 resources and used my command card to do the damage to him to take out his unit. So we're able to stabilize. This is a good way to stabilize now, because now we have two units versus his one. He is readying up his resources in his turn, so he can go and drop some units. Depends on if he's going to go very wide or if he's going to go very tall, meaning with pilots. I'm still looking good because I still have my base up. But yeah, now now again his base, his units is starting to get scary. He can only attack with one unit this turn. This is very good that he has no cards in hand. Okay. Alright, he swings in and trades out with Kshatriya and my pilot, which I will take that any day. Go ahead and ready my cards, get a resource, and draw for the turn. The fact that he's out of cards is very, very good sign. As you guys can see, I had several cards in my hand. I just need to hold out. I'll go ahead and draw 2 cards. I did draw another base in my hand. This is actually going to be very clutch, because if he does manage to kill my base and kill my shield, I can potentially drop the base one more time to protect my life. Otherwise, I will immediately die if I don't have that. So I have to be cognizant about that. I need to have 1 resource in order to play that. Okay, I went ahead and played 2 resources. And go ahead and drop my gun cannon. And a mistake I forgot about to do in this game is that I forget to use my base to puff up some units. But at this point, I'm going as wide as possible. I need to have multiple threats on the board so that he doesn't try to take out go for my base. I just really want to entice him to not go for my base. So he gets a card from the shield. There's nothing, and I pass the turn. Now his Gundam can still attack a ready target, which is still scary, and breach. But we got to be careful. It's going to be a dangerous game. But at this point, since I have a pretty large board, I kind of want him to go into one of my units if possible. Because I can weaken him and then go again. Now he drops another Gundam, which is kind of scary. But let's see what happens here. Right now he's kind of deciding what he needs to do here. I literally have my base and 1 shield left. He has no base, no shield. Okay. He's swinging in. They're definitely dangerous. He breaches it, kills the base. Goes ahead and hits the shield. No burst effect. At this point, it's very scary. I need one more card, 1 more damage into the shield, and I die. All right, so we ready up, pull our resource, draw a card. Go ahead and pay 1 and play the base. That, as I mentioned earlier, I really needed to get that base, because it was going to make a difference. It's going to let me live 1 more time. Pay Pot of Greed. Guys, I know it's not Pot of Greed, but that's what I call it. And draw 2 cards. At this point, we need to try our best to take out his board so that I can just start maintaining. The fact if I can do some maintain or clear the board, and he's only going to be drawing 1 card, I have such card advantage against him that I'm going to be very, very well equipped against him. Excuse me. I go ahead and play a Nazca, which allows me to do 1 damage to his rested unit, which takes it out. That's 1 less threat on the board. And now we got to figure out how to kill the rest of the units on the board. Okay, I'll go ahead and swing into his unit and go ahead and kill it. Go ahead and hit the shield. Go ahead and hit the shield. And got 3 resources up. Went ahead and passed his turn. He draws his card and readies his resources. Again, he can swing into one of my units, do the 5 damage onto my shield, because he does have breach. But he only has 1 card in hand. We just really need to maintain the board, and we have a shot of winning this game. Goes ahead and trades. He breaches. And he passes the turn. Go ahead and ready the units. Draw my resource, final resource, draw a card. So right now he has 3 resources left. If I can get a linked pilot, it's game over. Unless he gets a shield base from the shields. Play the Kshatriya. Play the Wing 0. And another Kshatriya. We go ahead and hit the shield with the gun cannon. No burst. Go ahead and hit the shield again. No burst. Go ahead and hit the shield. And no burst. And I passed my turn. I had to go as wide as possible at this turn. I had to drop all my pilots on the floor. Unless he has a board wipe, we're looking fairly good right now. He drops a pilot, but it's not a linked pilot, so it doesn't allow him to immediately swing. If that was a linked pilot, we would be dead right now. And we hit the shield for the game. GG.